shopping, spending almost $300. And my question is, do you think that they're just going to keep raising the prices so that eventually, you know, $5.99 for a quarter pound of American cheese sounds like a good deal?
We are ordering Taco Bell right now, and it's coming out to $75. So
wow,
don't tell me for one second that this country is better in any way.
When you have $9 left to your name and that's not even enough for peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, all of my Californians, what are we doing? Are we grocery shopping still, or are we just eating out for the week? Because I just spent $182 on groceries. And I didn't even buy 5 proteins. I bought 4 proteins. And no junk food, like no cereal, no waffles, no chips, none of that. I literally got proteins and veggies and fruits. 182.
Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at something everybody watching this has felt at the checkout line recently. Grocery prices that have gotten completely out of control, and the real numbers behind what's happening to people's food budgets right now. Let's jump right into it.
You want to know why most of America is struggling? Because the price of groceries have gotten absolutely insane. I went to the store this morning and I got stuff to make like 2 meals, and it was $78. I could probably go to any number of restaurants in the Green Bay area for that price, but that's not really in the budget either. So what are we doing here?
Okay, so the 2 meals for $78 comparison to just going to a restaurant is one of those moments that really puts the current grocery situation in perspective. Cooking at home has always been the budget option, the responsible choice, the thing financial advisors tell you to do instead of eating out. And now the math is so broken that a home-cooked meal is starting to approach the cost of just going somewhere. When the fundamental assumption that cooking saves money starts to fall apart, that's a pretty significant signal about where things are headed.
So today I went grocery shopping for my elderly mom, and she asked me to pick up some Hungry Man dinners, you know, like the TV dinners that we had in the 70s, that's what we used to call them. So I was looking at them, they're $8.50. $8.50? That's just ridiculous, right? So of course I didn't buy those. So I went over to the fresh area and I bought her some fresh, there was meat and cheese and some buns and stuff like that. It was a little bit more reasonable than buying these bloody Hungry Man dinners. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't know what people are supposed to do, you know? You know, she's older and she's retired. She can't afford these crazy prices. I don't know. Anyway, I just had a rant.
$8.50 for a Hungry Man frozen dinner is genuinely shocking when you think about what that product is supposed to represent. Hungry Man dinners were always the budget option, the thing you bought when money was tight and you needed something filling and cheap. They were never premium. They were never fancy. They were the floor of grocery store convenience food. The fact that the floor is now $8.50 a unit tells you everything about how far prices have moved across every category, and the specific context of buying for a retired elderly parent who can't absorb these increases on a fixed income is something that doesn't get talked about enough in these conversations.
Groceries are so expensive. And I know that we all know this and we're all thinking it, but for science, I ran a little experiment. I'm putting in a Instacart order. So I go to my Instacart history and I say, let's see what we spent this time last year. So I go to my Instacart history, July 17th of 2025. I put an order into Instacart in my same town at Sprouts. Fun fact, if you don't know it, Sprouts does not charge a markup on Instacart, so you pay in-store fees. We ordered 21 items, $135.66 was the total on those 21 items. Instacart has a little reorder button, so you can literally add the exact same items to your cart. So I did that. I added the exact same items to my cart, same store, same city. Those exact same 21 items are now $196. That is a 46% increase in your grocery prices. There's nothing on this list that is different from what we ordered last year. Exact same items, 46% increase. So if you're feeling like everything is a little bit more expensive and that your budget isn't going as far as it used to, you're not imagining it.
And this is the clip that should be required viewing for anyone who's been told they're imagining things or just not budgeting correctly. Same store, same city, same exact 21 items, 1 year apart, 46% increase. That's not rounding up. That's not different brands. That's a controlled experiment with a documented result. $135 becoming $196 for the identical grocery order. If your paycheck went up 46% in the last year, you're doing exceptionally well. If it didn't, and for most people it didn't, you are buying less food for more money, and there's nothing you can do about it by budgeting differently. Let me know in the comments if you've done a similar comparison on your own grocery spending, because I feel like a lot of people would be genuinely shocked by the number.
Explain this one to me. I come to the grocery store to get a few cleaning supplies and maybe 3 or 4 food type items. I walk out of the store and my whole cost is $115. How can we make it, folks? How can we make it? A little small container of blueberries, which are an excellent food source and a great antioxidant. A little small container was $7.99. I don't know how we're going to make it. I don't know.
$15 for cleaning supplies and 3 or 4 food items. $7.99 for a small container of blueberries. Blueberries, not a luxury item, not an imported specialty product, just blueberries. One of the most basic fruits that's supposed to be an accessible, healthy food option. When something as fundamental as fruit becomes a notable expense that requires a moment of genuine disbelief at the shelf, that's a real problem that goes beyond budgeting advice.
Let me say this, only the strong gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention. I be in these grocery stores. I just left High Neighbor spending like almost $80, okay? And a lot of people are like, well, you could just go out to eat. You could do this. We not a small family like that. And my children like to eat. I like to eat. My husband like to eat. So it makes more sense to us to cook. Don't get me wrong. We do take out too. But I'm telling y'all, they setting us up for the fail. For to be fucking damn near homeless, excuse my language. But these grocery stores prices are out of hand. I'm in Walmart now. I just left High Neighbors. I be to Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Costco's. Now I'm going to open my Sam's account back up because I shop at Costco's now, but I need Sam's more for the children for summertime drinks and things like that. But it's a shame the money that I know that me and my husband both come out the pockets up in these grocery stores, and just things that we need, paper towels, plates, all this type of, this is ridiculous.
And this one captures something important that doesn't always make it into these conversations. The reality of feeding an actual family, not just one person doing a minimalist grocery haul. Multiple people, kids who eat, a real household, bouncing between Walmart, Aldi, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Costco, and now reopening a Sam's membership just to try to keep the food budget manageable. That's not one store failing you. That's the whole system requiring you to become a part-time logistics coordinator just to feed your family at a reasonable cost. The amount of mental energy that takes is its own tax on top of the financial one.
Grocery shopping, spending almost $300. And my question is, do you think that they're just going to keep raising the prices so that eventually, $5.99 for a quarter pound of American cheese sounds like a good deal? Like, how long are these prices going to go up for? Because, hear me out, no one can afford anything. It's a shame and it's very sad. There's just a bunch of sad people at the checkout line, and I was one of them. I'm just wondering, how does this all work? How does it work? Someone make it go the other way.
The observation about price normalization over time is one of the more psychologically astute points in this whole video. Once prices have been high long enough, the old prices stop feeling like the baseline, and the new prices start feeling normal. $5.99 for a quarter pound of cheese starts sounding reasonable only because you've been paying even more for long enough. That's how price increases stick permanently, not through any formal announcement, but through the slow erosion of what feels acceptable. And the image of a checkout line full of sad people is probably more accurate than most grocery stores would want to admit right now.
Y'all, this is my morning rant, and all I want to come on here and say is that these prices are ridiculous at the store. Y'all, I only got 2 items. 2 items. And it came up to $15.90. I got y'all know I haven't got any in a while, but these Yasso bars, my absolute favorite. And all I got was some blueberries, $15. Mind you, I don't know, Safeway, they need to get their prices right, because on the sign it said it was $5.49, and when I went to the register, it was only trying to take 50 cents off, so it only brought it to, and then they were already a regular $8.99. So I said, I want all my coins. I need you to take that extra another $3 and some change off, $3.50. Thank you very much.
2 items, $15.90, and then the sign price not matching the register price. A discount that was supposed to be more than $3 coming up as 50 cents. The fact that she caught it, pushed back, and got the correction is actually an important reminder that this kind of discrepancy happens constantly, and most people don't notice or don't feel comfortable enough to say something. Checking your receipt and knowing what something is supposed to cost before you get to the register is genuinely useful right now, because errors and misleading signage are not as rare as they should be. And that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, especially your own specific experiences with grocery prices, whether you've done a year-over-year comparison on your spending or any strategies you've found that actually help stretch the food budget right now. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah.